Welcome everyone to our Chamber Quarterly Business Connection event. Business Connection serves to bring large companies and municipalities to our members to learn more about them and their procurement process. We are all about doing business with one another to create, advance, and promote economic development for our members and the community. We will begin with our sponsor spotlight, followed by attendee introductions, and then our main presenter. Today's sponsor is Corky's Gaming Bistro. We welcome Sales Manager, Charla Brown. Take it away, Charla.
Hello. Oh, wow, I'm all big all of a sudden. Before I get started, I thought I would let Kitty show you a recent commercial that we did. So I'm with Corky's Gaming Bistro. We have locations in Grapevine and in Plano, and we are a full-service restaurant and bar, but we also have axe throwing. We have a classic arcade. Our Grapevine location has escape rooms, and our Plano location has duck pin bowling. So Kitty, if you'll show our commercial, that would be great.
Get ready to power up and game on at Corky's Gaming Bistro. Corky's is the hottest place in DFW for food, fun, and drinks. Experience the thrill of axe-sighting competition in our axe-throwing range, or beat your high score in our classic arcade and pinball room. And when it's time for that next big event, Corky's has you covered with fantastic food and delicious drinks. Follow Corky's on social media for specials and our current events. Hurry and book your next event at Corky's Gaming Bistro today.
Thank you. So I wanted to let everybody know that we do a lot of corporate. Stop. We do a lot of corporate events, team building events. So if you're planning anything over the next couple of months, or if you're looking to do something for the holidays for your company, please feel free to let me know. We're doing Christmas in August right now, so we're offering a 10% discount for any holiday parties that are booked for November, December, if they're booked by Labor Day, so you can reach out to me about that. One of the things that we did during the whole pandemic and learning how to pivot as a restaurant and event venue is we are closed on Mondays and Tuesdays for private events only. So if you have a group of 16 people or more, we would have our building reserved just for your group. We wouldn't allow other groups coming in. We're not open to the public. So that works out really well. We've had a lot of corporate events coming in with groups of 20 to 30 people. And it gives you 12,000 square feet of event space to have your team into. We've also done some just events for meetings only, maybe a lunch meeting where you didn't want to do something in your conference room at your office, or holding something at one of the local hotels in a ballroom or conference room there. Kitty, if you'll show this few pictures that I sent to you as well, just to show you this. So we've held, the Lone Star Corvette Club has had their meetings. We've got one this Saturday actually at our Grapevine location. This photograph is from our Plano location a few months ago. They came in and did their meeting. And then show the next one, Kitty. So we have the Dallas Claims Association, which is an insurance related industry. They come in once a month and do their CE classes with us. So they come in for a 1-hour CE class, they do a 1-hour lunch, and then they leave. So there's no activities involved with that, but this is something that we've started doing with a lot of organizations that are looking for something with a little bit more elbow room than the typical conference room. People can spread out, feel a little bit more comfortable as far as safety precautions and things like that. I think you've got another one there, Kitty. Let's see. As you can see on the TV screens, this one's a little bit better picture. We have 12 large screen TVs throughout the facility. This was Lantower Residential. They did a large team building and awards ceremony last month, but they did their presentation on all of our TVs. So no matter where anyone's sitting, they're getting a really good view of the presentation that's being presented. And then there's one more, I believe. this one. Again, you can kind of see how people are able to spread out, and you've got a little bit additional view of some of the larger screens that we have for presentations and whatnot. So let's see, I've got a question here about safety measures. So we, for the axe throwing, if we're looking at activities for our axe throwing, we do have an expert that's assigned to each group for axe throwing. We don't just hand you axes and let you go have fun. We have somebody that's with your group who's going to oversee, make sure that everyone understands how to throw an axe properly, and they actually stay with your group the entire time and facilitate fun activities, fun team building games. We play tic-tac-toe and blackjack and timber, which is our version of horse in basketball. So it's a lot of fun. Every person who's throwing an axe gets their own axe. You're not sharing axes, so you don't have to worry about cross-contamination, I guess. And then we obviously have still our social distancing in place. We have over 12,000 square feet, so there's a lot of room for people to spread out and sit. Our maximum capacity is 190 people in 12,000 square feet. So you can imagine everybody's got a lot of elbow room to move around in. So we would love to have y'all come in. Does anybody have any questions for me? I don't know. Okay, so Casey Nolan, you can come in. You would love it. It's an absolute blast.
Did you put the contact information in there? Because I think I'd like to do something like this for my team.
I did, yeah, absolutely. And I am gonna give Kitty a coupon code for anybody who wants to come in and just try it out for the first time for $10 off anytime that we're open for an axe throwing session. So I'll make sure that and get that to Kitty so that she can email that out as well. And then my contact information is in the chat with my email and phone number. So feel free to reach out to me directly. I would love to help you plan something.
Fantastic. Thank you, Charla.
You are so welcome.
Thank you so much for investing in our business community. And thanks to Corky's Gaming Bistro for bringing these wonderful things to not only the public in general, but to our businesses. What a great concept you have. Thank you so much. And we're going to be offering a door prize, but let us first, Charla, go to the attendee introductions. So you'll get to know all of the folks who will be eligible, someone to win a door prize. We will, before hearing from the presenter and before getting that door prize, what I would like to do is call on each and every one of you. We'll ask you to please utilize 20 seconds and introduce yourself, your name, of course, your title, the company that you work with, and your 20-second elevator speech, but please include in that your favorite spot in Dallas County. So if I may begin, I'm Dagmar Metzler, Director of Investor Relations at the Greater Irving Las Colinas 5-star accredited Chamber of Commerce. My direction is connection, and it's difficult to say what my favorite spot in Dallas County is, but I most certainly love the Botanical Gardens. So let's go. Charla,
Yes.
We've heard from you, but please tell us your favorite spot in Dallas County.
Oh my goodness, there's so many to pick from. I am really excited right now because the Dallas Summer Musicals, the music hall is opening back up, and I'm going to see Wicked tomorrow night. So it's been 2 years almost since we've been able to go, and we have season tickets.
Wonderful. All right, let's go now to one of our Dallas County partners, Linus Spiller-Craft.
Okay, I'm Linus Spiller-Craft. I'm an outreach officer with the Dallas County Office of Small Business Enterprise. A phrase that I have, which is our slogan, we are open for small business. And my favorite spot in Dallas is any Pappadeaux's that is within 5 inches of me. I love that restaurant.
Wonderful. So we'll be hearing much more about our speaker, but at the same time, Michael, would you please just give us a few seconds and tell us your favorite spot?
Sure. Hi. My favorite spot in Dallas, I would say, is probably the State Fair of Texas and all the activities around downtown. So that's one of the largest areas I have here. I think I enjoy that. So State Fair of Texas, I would say, summer musicals and all the things that go with it.
Thank you so much. Let's go to Kitty. Kitty Garces.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kitty Garces with the Greater Irving Las Colinas Chamber of Commerce. I am the Membership Development Coordinator. I serve on the team with Dagmar. And if I had to narrow it down, I'm a little biased. I'm with the Greater Irving Las Colinas Chamber. So I've got two spots that tie or in Irving. I would probably say the Toyota Music Factory, just because there's so many wonderful options to eat there. And then also downtown historic Irving. It's just such a great feeling. There's such great restaurants, wonderful small businesses there. And it's just got a charm that you just can't find anywhere else. And the business owners are absolutely terrific in all of those shops and restaurants that are there. Thanks, Dagmar.
Thank you. And we have great entertainment as well. There's just so much to mention. Thank you. Let's go to Mark Baker, Ambassador Baker.
Good morning, everyone. Mark Baker, Director of Marketing and Community Engagement for Toyota of Irving. 50 plus years in this chamber, and happy to be here today. My favorite spot in Dallas County is probably not because of the name, but the Toyota Music Factory.
Wonderful, thank you. And now let's go to Deb Borrell.
Hi, everybody. My name is Deb Burrell, and I am the Director of Relocation and Business Development with Allie Beth Allman and Associates. And we're a residential real estate firm. I'm a long-term chamber member, glad to be here. We can help individuals and organizations with their relocation needs, home sale, home purchase, rental assistance, you name it, we can help you. My favorite place is really places. I do love the Toyota Music Factory. It's absolutely awesome, and I look forward to going back. But I love the Arboretum, one of my favorites. Thank you.
So true.
Glad
Thank
to
you
be
so
here.
Thank you, Deb. Thank you for all that you do for our business community. And now let's go to one of our brand new member investors, Jen Sugermeyer. Hi, Jen.
Jen Sugermeyer. I'm a certified transformation and leadership coach. I do one-on-one coaching, and I also work with businesses. I've been focused recently on a lot of the issues around going back into the office and doing lunch and learns, consulting, things of that nature, just to really boost employee morale and rapport. My favorite place in Dallas, I would say Deb and Dagmar. I'm right along with you. It is White Rock Lake in general. So right over there by the Arboretum. So absolutely love that. Thank you for having me.
And Jen, thank you for all that you do. You are a magnificent volunteer as well in this community. And all of you do, please check out her books because she is a wonderful author. Now, let us go to Vice Chairwoman Whitlock.
Greetings and good day, everyone. My name is Regina Whitlock. As Dagmar said, I serve as the Vice Chairwoman of the Small Business Services Committee, and I also own co-owner Whitlock Building Services, which is a commercial janitorial and post-construction cleaning company. And we are helping our customers bring back their customers and employees back into the building safely. And what does that look like? So if I can be of help, please give me a call. My information is in the chat. And my favorite place, White Rock Lake, I forgot about that. That is one of my favorites. I picked the Dallas Mavericks. We're season ticket holders. We're excited about getting back out in there, hopefully, and seeing what Luka can do with all this new money he just got, this new contract. So that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And let us now go to James Dunbar. James? You are muted, James.
I'm James Dunbar with Waste Connections. We're a trash hauling company in the Dallas Irving area. And one of my favorite places is the Dallas Farmers Market.
Wonderful. Thanks, James. It's great to have you here. And let's move on to Mark Martinez. Mark?
Yes, hi, my name is Mark Martinez. I'm the Community Outreach Director for Rodeo Dental and Orthodontics. Our mission statement is to give every family the key to access high-end dental care. It's our first location in Irving, but our 33rd location in Texas. So we're very excited to be here and to get with the community. I'm from South Texas. I don't know Irving, but I will tell you as of like 5-10 minutes ago, my favorite place is going to be either Corky's Gaming Bistro or the Toyota Music Factory.
Wonderful, Mark. Thank you so very much. And we'll move along now to Cassie Allen. Cassie?
Hi, everybody. I'm Cassie Allen. I'm the Regional Sales Manager for LaMadeline here in DFW. We've got 23 locations across the DFW area. I like to come here to represent my location on MacArthur and Royal Lane, which lovely information gives all of you guys who are chamber members 10% off when you go in. All you got to do is ask for it at the register. Simple enough. And they will take it off super easy. But we are here for your office catering needs. And yeah.
Your favorite place?
Sorry, my favorite place. Oh, goodness. Any place that makes food and art. That's really all I can go with.
Great combination. Now for our next attendee, Rhonda Swanigan.
Hi, everybody. Rhonda Swanigan, owner and college advisor of Class 101 Irving. My office is in Las Colinas, so I help students from 8th to 12th grade with the college planning process, from scholarships to SAT prep and everything in between. My favorite place, I'm a part of the Club Corps, so I love Tower Club as well as La Cima in Irving. Great food, networking, and views.
Thank you, Rhonda. And Nick, say hello.
Pardon me. Good morning. I'm Nick Maliff, the owner of Maliff Photography, based right here in Irving. I'm a commercial photographer, which means I do everything for businesses, headshots, web work, web shop work, product catalog, whatever a business needs to get their message out to their clients. And to anybody that's a new member of the chamber, I also offer free headshots. So if you want to contact me, I put my information in the chat room. Well, I'm right here in Irving, and I can either come to you or you can come to me, whichever is easiest. But free headshots for your team. So, and it's terrific to be here. I think I'm in line with a couple of the people on the Dallas Arboretum as my best place in town, especially coming up this fall. The colors are going to be really terrific. So I plan to be out there probably taking pictures of it.
Oh, wonderful. I can't wait to see those. Thank you, Nick. Let's move to LaSonia Allen.
Good morning, everyone. My name is LaSonia Allen. I'm with Dallas County. I'm the SBE Outreach Officer. I work with Linus on our team. I apologize. It's called double duty. I was listening and I was working on something else. But I did think about your question. What is my favorite place? I love hanging out at Joe Pool Lake.
Wonderful. Thank you. And Brianna Sepulveda.
Hi, I was trying to get my my camera up and running, but I just got a new computer, so it's kind of lagging a little bit. But I'm the Director of Sales at the Alak Las Colinas. So if for any of your hotel needs, we also have a small meeting space should you ever need it as well. And my favorite place has to be the Toyota Music Factory Pavilion. I'm a big concert goer. I have a concert this Friday at the JEXA, and anytime it's not at Toyota, it's like, oh, I dread going. It's one of my favorite places to go for a concert.
Indeed. Thank you. Now we move to Christopher Merbin. Christopher?
Hello, I'm Christopher Merbin, Dean with DeVry University. My actual title is Dean of Campus and University Partnerships. So it's all about making those community connections that enhance the community around the campus. the lives of the students, providing more opportunities for the businesses. So if there's any opportunities that we have to partner with you to either develop the internal talent, help you get some fantastic hires, or really anything else that really helps the community, please do reach out. I already am planning on talking with Rhonda here, if she sees my little message in chat there, because we definitely help out the kids that are trying to get back or finish college as well. So look forward to meeting everybody. And by the way, my favorite so far is Pin Stack. I'm a dad that loves to go bowling with the kids, and that place is fantastic. But I haven't tried the place that we just heard about today, so we'll see if that stays #1.
Thank you, Christopher, and thank you for your investment in this community. Let us move now to Rob McCrossan. Rob?
Hi, Dagmar. Sorry, getting the camera up. I'm with the Ontario Trade and Investment Office located in Dallas. I think you know some of my colleagues, Dagmar. We're located in the Canadian consulate, but our mandate is to promote trade and investment and also engage on political and cultural and educational issues between Ontario and Texas, as well as some other southern states, which I don't have to really get into. Texas is the main one, just kidding. My favorite place in Dallas County, I'm going to be typical Canadian and say it's the American Airlines Center, huge hockey fan, obviously, so waiting for the new season to start in a couple weeks.
That's great, Rob. Thank you so very much for joining us. Let us now move to Brenda Matthew.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Dagmar. Since I'm not Brenda, I'm Nancy St. Jacobs. I'm her teammate. And Brenda,
I thought you looked different.
A little bit different. Brenda asked if I would please step in today, and I'm so happy that I said yes, because you are a great group of folks. I'm the Community Business Development Officer for Truist Bank, and that means that I work with all minority and women business owners. And what I do for them is to just do a business assessment as a business consultant to help them understand their business more and what they might be missing. So my favorite place, I have to be that person who says two. I have a membership at the Arboretum, but my go-to place always is the farmer's market. I love the Dallas Farmers Market.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much. And how about Vicki Welch?
Sorry, guys, they had me multitasking over here. So Vicki Welch at the Pavilion at Toyota Music Factory. Super excited, as you've seen all of our concerts just going and blowing. We have 3 this weekend, but we are also moving forward with all of our special events. So corporate conferences, meetings. We're doing right now load in for Irving School, so another Irving. So Irving School Convocation for tomorrow, holiday parties. And then my favorite places, I guess, in Irving, of course, Toyota Music Factory, because like Kitty said, the restaurants, the live music, just being able to enjoy it. And then in Dallas would be kind of a tie, would be AT&T Discovery District for the same reason.
Thank you, Vicki. Jessie, it's wonderful to see you. Jessie St. Cyr.
Thank you so much, Dagmar. Jessie St. Cyr, I am the principal owner of St. Cyr Consulting. We focus on leadership development, HR solutions, and D&I strategies. I am actually an employment attorney by trade. I haven't given that up yet, but one day. Anyway, I've actually spoken at the coffee breaks in 2020 and this year as well. And this actually next Friday at 12 noon, we have a free discussion on harnessing the power of disruption and how employers can leverage crisis for opportunity. There's so many lessons that we've gotten out of the last 18 plus months. And so we're gonna share from the expert panel, we're gonna share some ideas and thoughts that employers can employ to adjust forward. So I'm going to put that information in the chat. In terms of where I love to go, I was dying when Linus said Papados. I love their grits. I love their grits. But my place, I love the Dallas Arboretum, and any place where there's a lake. I live right near Lake Caroline, but any place where there's a lake and natural beauty, I'm there. So thank you.
Thank you, Jessie. And we move now to Sarah Castillo. Sarah? I think you're muted, Sarah. Is there a way you can unmute, perhaps the phone part?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Perfect, awesome. I'm Sarah Castillo. I work for Única Enterprises. We are a facility services and janitorial company out of DFW. Our office is actually in Bishop Arts, which is actually one of my favorite places in Dallas. I head our Fort Worth office, and so I do get to go to Bishop Arts once or twice a week. So I like to check out all the local food and do all the fun stuff. So that's the best.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sarah. It's great to have you here. Let's move now to Barbara. Barbara, I do not see your full last name. I apologize. Vasiliev?
It's okay. It's pretty long last name. So no, don't worry about that. Hi guys, nice to meet you. My name is Barbara and I'm with Rave Energy. We are energy consulting firm and we take care of your electricity bills. For our houses, we focused on a lot of cases on solar panels, on installing solar panels, on making sure that you have proper system on your roof and you pay for what it's worth. And for businesses, that's actually our biggest part of our book of business. We do procurement and curtailment. So for everybody that is joining in today's meeting, if you want to reach out to me, I will sit down one-on-one with you, whether it's for your house or for your business. I'll make sure that the electricity bill, that makes sense and you're not overpaying for it because you can only turn down the AC thermostat so much this summer. It's pretty hot. So let's make sure that we're not overpaying for that. And I'll be happy to help. Thank you.
Thank you. And your favorite place?
Yes. It would be Addison. Addison was not mentioned today. Addison is very beautiful. And they have a great park, which is called Vitruvian Park. And they actually started again having concerts every Thursday and Friday.
Wonderful. Thank you, Barbara. We're so glad you're here. And Christine, I believe you may have just joined us. We are introducing ourselves. If we please can stay with 20 seconds for the respect for time and our speaker coming up. Christine, name, company, and your favorite place in Dallas County.
Good afternoon, Christine Dino, Eagle Strategies, LLC. Grew up in Dallas, elementary school, middle school, high school, college, Dallas. So I would say my favorite place so far right now is in Frisco. They're starting to build a lot more like restaurants and different things like that. So kind of discovering Frisco. This was always too far north for me, but yeah.
That may not be in Dallas County, but
no,
that's
no,
okay.
that's Denton County. That's Denton County. You're right, Dagmar.
That's okay.
But okay, if I have to pick in Dallas County, I'll pick SMU because I'm an SMU alum. So. Yeah.
Wonderful. And thank you for joining us. Michael, I want you to say hi.
Hi, Dagmar. Hi, everyone. This is Michael Awashimusi, owner of Empowerment Financial Act. For businesses that don't know how to set up employer retirement plan benefits for their employees, we help you through that process. And there's so many other things we do in terms of wealth management. And for my favorite place in Dallas County, it changes like every quarter, but right now I have two. I would say Toyota Music Factory and Mexican Sugar restaurant in Las Colinas.
Thank you so much, Michael. Tyra Garcia.
Good morning, afternoon, everyone. I am Tyra Garcia with Texas Trust Credit Union. I do business and community engagement, so I'm here to serve you with your banking needs, whether it be credit cards, home and auto loans, all that fun stuff. And we also do virtual financial education workshops. So that's a little bit about what we do, but My favorite place in Dallas County, you know, I'm gonna have to go for Irving because we're on the Irving Chamber of Commerce call, and I would pick Hugo's Invitados because it's so good and it's healthy too. So it's like you're winning.
Absolutely. How about Monique?
Hey, good morning, guys. My name is Unique Love. I am the Minority and Women Business Enterprise Administrator here for the City of Irving. I would love to assist you guys, one, with registering with the city, and then also look forward to helping you grow your business by getting contracts with the city. My favorite place here, honestly, I'm still learning the city. I just moved here not so long ago, so I'm taking notes on everything that everybody's saying. Thank you.
Wonderful. And what is your favorite place? Did you say that, Monique?
Not quite. I'm still taking notes on what everybody's giving me suggestions. I just moved here, so I'm not sure.
All right. Thank you. Sarah Ivanoff.
Hello, thank you, Dagmar. Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah Ivanoff. I work for Very, formerly Very Desk. So we do office furniture solutions, but we're giving tours all the time now at our space in Las Colinas. Everyone has moved over, like I mentioned, I think last week. So we're excited to have everyone under one roof, but giving tours, like I said. So I think I did one for a couple members yesterday and then the day before. So if you want to come on by, let me know. But my favorite place, it's an old pastime for a lot of people, but they just redid it and added so many new restaurants and shops and things. It's the Village in Dallas, if anyone is familiar.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
That sounds great. Thank you. And I do have a telephone number listed, 469-970-2218. Have you introduced yourself yet?
Oh, no. Hi, this is May. I tried to get in the Zoom, but I'm using a computer that doesn't allow me. It's blocking it. But anyway, my name is May Mars. I am with Hillcrest Bank, and I love where we serve the community, right? Now, as far as, so I do a lot of business loans, lines of credit, anything business related. As far as my favorite place, I love hiking. So if you have any other suggestion, anything that I can take a hike on, and I moved from California, I'll be thrilled to check it out.
So great to have you with us today. And if anyone has suggestions, please place them in the chat. These are great ways of communicating. Now for the door prize. Charlotte, would you please let us know what that is?
Absolutely. So we are going to give the lucky winner an axe throwing session for 4 people. So you and 3 of your guests for free. It's about $125, $130 value. And you can make your reservations through me and I'll take care of that. And we can figure out when's a convenient time for you to get either family or friends together and come and join us.
Fantastic. Charla, what we're going to ask you now is to choose a number between 1 and 29.
Oh gosh, 17.
Kitty, who would that lucky winner be?
Congratulations, Rhonda Swanigan. You are the lucky winner.
Woo! Magnificent.
Thank you.
Congratulations. All right, now to our much awaited presentation. We want to thank Dallas County for giving us time today to learn about doing business with you. Michael is going to be presenting. Michael Frosch became the Director of Purchasing for Dallas County in March of 2019. Before that, he was with the City of Dallas for over 30 years, started out as a purchasing agent, and in February of 2011 became the Purchasing Director for the City of Dallas. Michael has over 30 years of experience in this field, and he is a certified public procurement buyer from NIGP, the Institute for Public Procurement. The mission of the purchasing department at Dallas County is to provide value-added professional procurement services to meet department goals while promoting an open and fair competitive process. The procurement team is committed to acting in accordance with best practices as a leader among service providers recognized for innovative and high quality, cost-effective approaches to meeting and exceeding internal and external customers' expectations. If you need anything, you can just reach out, and everyone has their contact information there. I am very, very proud now to give it over to Michael. Michael Frosch, please take it away.
First of all, I want to thank you very much, Dagmar and Kitty and the Irving Chamber for letting us come in today and talk to your members. So we're very excited. I've been with, like I said, been with Dallas County for 2.5 years, extensive career with the city of Dallas. And as I tell my team and the elected officials here, it's the same thing with a different address, right? The whole goal here in my job as the procurement director is to provide value to the citizens we serve and get to maximize our dollars that we're spending on contracts on a day-to-day. So I appreciate the opportunity to talk to the team here today and give you a little bit of insight on how we do business in Dallas County. And as Linus said earlier, we'll make sure we're open for business. And that's something that Dallas County hasn't always went out publicly and said. And we're not the largest in the area as far as spend, but I'm sure your members and people you may know may sell the services we're looking for. So I'm going to jump right into this here and figure out how to do my slides. It's just a quick, and just so you know, don't take any notes. We'll have this PowerPoint available for you on our website and the chambers, I'm sure as well, if they want to. We have a quick little list of all of our team members here, a pretty small team for the Dallas County. Kind of what do we do in Dallas County, what we buy, services that we buy here are listed, anything from professional services, obviously, to run at the 8th largest county in the United States. You have a lot of things you need and some things you don't even think about on a day-to-day, quite frankly. Your goods and services are really simple. We kind of think about that a lot, your janitorial, your cleaning, security. But, you have to know that we also run one of the largest jail systems in the country. We have loose derrick jail systems and our court systems here that we support, as well as your tax office and things you may not think of like that, your JP offices, your Department of Homeland Security obviously is something that we think of a lot now with the pandemic, and we spend a lot of time working with them and HHS and Dr. Wong and the county commissioners on trying to take care of the pandemic and all those challenges that went with it. But as you can see here on this slide, we do a little bit of everything that construction.
Michael,
we do a lot of.
Pardon the interruption. I'm sorry. It looks like the screen share hasn't worked. If you want to try one more time, otherwise I'm happy to cue it up on my end.
What did I do? Can you hear me still?
We hear you and see you just fine. It looks like the screen share just didn't work correctly.
What did I do? Technically challenged here, so let me.
No worries.
Sorry about that. Share screen. Let's go back to do that again. Tell me if you see it. Let's see.
All right, looks like it's working, and there it is. If you don't mind just going back to the one slide that was missed briefly, and then you can go for it.
Sure. Okay. So I can maximize this. I think we're right there. Can you still see it? Are we good now? Are we good now? Okay, perfect. All right.
Yes,
so we
all
have,
good.
All right, perfect. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. So obviously we have, I see it says stop sharing. So I'm with you. I may have clicked that. List of services we offer here. I want to talk a little bit about how we do procurement, the methods of procurement that are required to spend the taxpayers' dollars in the public sector. So we have a number of regulations, obviously, like every other municipality or city or county. But we have a couple of different ways that we buy things, and the invitation for qualifications or quotes in this case are like small dollar procurements, less than $50,000 that we would use our online procurement system to seek quotes from the vending community. When I arrived in Dallas County, we didn't have an electronic procurement system, and they were just picking up the phone and calling people, which wasn't very efficient, first of all. Second of all, it wasn't very transparent on how you're spending money in Dallas County. So we implemented a system called BidSync, and we'll get to that in a minute, that allows anybody to register for free to seek notices from Dallas County. So that informal quotes is where we do less than 50,000, pretty quick and easy, get in and out, don't take a long time, and there's no advertising required by law. So that's the way to get into doing business with any public agency very quickly. And the RFB, the low bid as you hear it is called, And that is one of the forms that we use to go out, and it requires advertising, and we use the commercial record to do our advertising, which is a little cheaper than Dallas Morning News. And there, of course, the lowest bidder that meets the minimum requirement is who we move forward with and seek our court requirement approval. So anything over 50,000, whether it's the city, county, or school board, and typically has to go before a board before it's approved. The RFP you hear a lot about. We don't want the lowest cost. We want the best value, or we want something that actually is the best result for the organization. We use the RFP where we have a problem and we want you to solve that from the vending community, or if we think there's other issues besides cost we want to make sure that we're looking at, we use a request for proposal. Those are used typically in things that are more than $50,000, which is quite frankly everything we do. They're required to be advertising. They take a little longer. So if you're a proposer that's doing business with a proposal, the agencies that usually take 3 to 4 months to go through a process because they're very complex. It includes interviews in Dallas County. I want everybody that submitted a proposal to have an opportunity to speak to Dallas County because they take the time to do that. We want to make sure we've given you the opportunity to explain your proposal. So that's part of the implementation that we've done here in Dallas County since I've been here. Obviously, the highest ranked proposals negotiated, we go to our court for approval. And then the RFQ process is qualification based. So if we're hiring attorneys, things in the statute that state that require licenses. So you'll have the attorneys, architects, engineers. We use a qualification base. So we want to have the most qualified firm that we can come to a reasonable price before we move forward. And that's usually a 2-step process for us to do. We use that for a lot of our design of our facilities and things of that nature. And we want to make sure we have the best qualified firm to do that. So really quickly, thresholds that, when I work for the city of Dallas, now Dallas County, I think most folks, the thresholds are the same. Less than $3,000 are really, really quick. We don't really require multiple quotes. We use our systems unless we have an emergency, but we would do that in probably 3 to 4 days. So if you are registered with us to do business and you see a quote that goes out and it's a small dollar informal one, you can expect that we're going to be done with that from your perspective and our perspective in less than 7 days, business days, to ensure that our departments can continue doing work. We don't slow them down. And more importantly, from a vendor perspective, that you don't have to wait for 3 or 4 months to see if you're selected to do that work. I highly recommend people that haven't done work with public sectors to go in this area first, because you can kind of see the way we pay. You can see how slow we pay or quick we pay as far as an agency, and you'll get some expectations before you jump into a long-term commitment. And sometimes I say we could put you out of business because we don't pay as quickly sometimes as other customers you may have. So we do meet the Prompt Payment Act, but we're right on the 30th day every single time. I can guarantee that. 3 to 50,000, we do get 3 quotes, a minimum 3 quotes, and then 50,000 above, as I mentioned, we go out and do a formal process to select the actual goods or services we need from the provider standpoint. The system I talked about earlier, this is from our website, dallascounty.org. This is where you will see our bidding opportunities page. And this shows simply a highlight without registering with the system of all the formal activities, the formal, I'm saying over $50,000 that require a significant amount of work. But this is where you'll see this is a snapshot under the current formal business opportunities, opportunity to look at a hyperlink for all the documents without logging into our system. If you're not interested in logging in, you can see the pertinent information without going into our system. So we've done this to ensure that people that don't want to go through the registration process can still see what we're doing as far as our formal processes. So when you go to the next slide, on slide 7 here, it actually shows all of our informal. So these are the ones that it shows all of our active, but also shows informal things that are less than $50,000. And here it shows you a blue, in this case on slide 7, a blue hyperlink here. Did you have to be registered to actually see all the data? So we highly encourage you to register because it's free to do so. And more importantly, there's thousands of other agencies that are selling on the same platform. So since it's free and you're in the business of selling, why not have another opportunity to get notices from other agencies that are doing like business? There's a hyperlink here that we'll send that shows you can register for free. It will give you an email like every other platform. There's only 2 or 3 main platforms that will solicit you to do a premium type of registration, but it's not required to do any public sector. But there's other people that are using the platform in the private world as well that may be buying the commodities you're selling. So you don't have to register for the Upgrade Business Pro account, as it mentions at the bottom, but to see Dallas County, you have to register, but it is a free registration. So I'll get some calls after they register and say, do I have to do this? Because there's a premium to see all of the content. No, you don't. But when you log in, you'll see some grayed out areas, and the grayed out areas are those for premium. So it's just kind of how they do their business model. We paid the premium, that we paid the subscription fee, so Dallas County businesses can log in for free. So I'm not selling this platform, but this platform, BidSync, and the City of Dallas's platform, there's thousands of registered folks there. 90,000 agencies use the system, and it's something that you can do a quick response back. You get an email at home or your office. You can simply log in if it doesn't require a document. On the informal, it doesn't require anything other than I want to sell that widget to you for this price, and you simply send it back to us. So it's very quick, down and dirty. It didn't take a lot of work on your part. All the terms and conditions are agreed upon when you sign in. So it's a very quick process for you. So I highly recommend if you're if you're in a business that really likes to do business with public agencies, you get familiar with these websites. And obviously, and also you can do electronic responses on the formal things, on the ones that require you to send your all your questionnaires and your proposals back. It allows you to do that on this system as well. So it's very intuitive, and it's something that we want. This is our opportunity for you to have a knowledge of everything we're buying in Dallas County without having to look in the paper. I'm not going to go through this now, but there's links. And this presentation is actually on our Dallas County website as well. There's links in there on how to submit, how to register, that are on our website and on the BidSync website. It tells you exactly how to go in and submit or register to do business. Obviously, we're here to help you, but it's their platform, and they obviously can help you if you have any technical issues. Just know that there's 400,000 registered users in there. There's 90,000 people that are trying to sell. It's a good platform for you across the United States and Canada that you can reach out. The interesting thing, I've registered as a director because I want to see who's buying asphalt or selling asphalt in other areas, because I want to reach out to those agencies as well to see if they would like to move to this area. I'm using it as a business development tool as well to see who's successful in those areas in the other parts of the country, and for us to recruit them to come into our area. So I'm using the tool a little differently than some, but it actually works well as a sales and or my situation, a recruitment type. So as we mentioned earlier, I've kind of been in this game a little while. I don't look like I've been here for 30 something years, but I have, and there's a lot of things over my career that I've seen in the public procurement world that I like to talk about real quickly. Things that are kind of the top 10 things I've seen over my career that cause people to cry when they come to my office. Right now you're smiling when you see me, but you're not usually smiling when you see me otherwise, because you're coming in when you have a protest, you have an issue, and you have a concern that you have about the process or about the recommendation that we're doing to our board. So top left, you'll start there with bid security. That's a simple way to say, are we going to guarantee that what you submit to us, you're going to move forward with? The law requires us to have bid security on construction. It's not required on anything else. So I've removed that requirement on everything else. I don't want to tie up your money, and I don't want to tie up anybody's money submitting multiple bids to public agencies, and that's what bid security does. But when you see that, pay attention, because it's a requirement and usually has to be submitted with your original submission, or they won't consider it in most public agencies. With Dallas County, we do it only when it's required by law. It's not a preference, and we don't. So just be real careful when you're submitting proposals or bids to other agencies and us. If it says it's submitted at the time that the bid submittal, make sure it's there. It'll be deemed non-responsive. In the second column on the left, award methodology. Be real careful when you're looking at solicitations. I like to give options when I go out in the market, so I don't limit our competition. And a lot of people will use the B, all or nothing, which means if you don't bid on every single line or group in that particular solicitation, you will not be recommended. I don't care if your pricing was lower in any of the lines. If you say you can't do a certain thing, then they will not consider you. So just be careful in those areas. We do that when we have to, where it makes sense as a business, but there's some commodities, hand tools, things of that nature. When I do janitorial bids, I try to break up the size of the community in quadrants, so smaller businesses can take advantage and do that area, and maybe from a leverage of their current business, they can take over those things. But a lot of agencies do all or none, and that's something you got to be very careful on. Read instructions, common sense on the far left. Make sure you're paying attention to what they're asking. a lot of times they're asking for submit 3 or 4 references, and it's required. If it says required, make sure you read that and you submit it, because agencies cannot have any leeway in that situation. They have to deem you non-responsive. And at spending all that time, the last thing I want to do is tell you you forgot to submit those qualifications. Of course, make sure that you can deliver the specifications. So if we require something and you cannot do that, that's where there's a good opportunity for partnering comes in, right? We have a small business initiative here, and we have a little discussion later about that. But this is when you can bring your team and expand your team. If you cannot do everything inside that scope, we expect, and we'll give you a list here in our office with Linus and Lasagna and our team of subcontractors that are certified that we can count to do that work. We're not saying that they're the best in that business. We're saying they're certified by third-party agencies to do that. So I encourage you, if you're looking at a specification and you go to our pre-bid or pre-proposal meeting, that we want you to look at those areas specifically and see if you need an opportunity to partner, and if so, do so. Attend the pre-bid meeting at the very bottom left. You know, that sounds simple. Now we have virtual meetings, which actually are kind of nice. You don't have to run around town. They were very difficult when we had to compete with DART, DISD, City of Dallas, and we had them in the same day. You had to pick where you wanted to go. Now you can log in and do them like you're doing it now. So attend the pre-bids virtually or in person if we have them, because that's a great networking opportunity. If you're in the room or you've logged in and you had an opportunity to do what you just did today and introduce yourself. If I'm a contractor or a GC or a prime, I need a sub, and you mentioned that you do X, Y, and Z, and I need that partner, why would I, if I get a list from the agency, why wouldn't I just call you if you're certified, right? So that's something that we always encourage you to do. And I really encourage you to ask questions, because we put out the specifications, you know, the best that we can. We do a lot of commodities, as I mentioned earlier, and we have a lot of smart people, but you know, you being in your industry are the experts, and I expect that. You're the experts in what you do. You do this every day, day in, day out. I do it every 3 years, or every 4 years, or every couple of years when I get a contract request, right? So we expect that when I'm going out there, I'm asking for free consulting. If I'm saying we're going to structure it in a method or a way that the industry just has changed, I want you to tell us that so I can go back and ask the question. So ask questions. If you have any confusion, please ask before the things are due, because once they're due, it's too late. So we have the pre-bids, we have a Q&A process here in Dallas County in my office. We will not close any solicitation or have them due until we've answered all your questions. So feel free to ask questions, make sure you get a good answer, and I encourage you to do that, because it helps us get a better specification, and more importantly, we want to have a contract that works for everybody. So on the top right, keep up with the dates. If you sign into BidSync, it'll do that for you. It'll send notices out when we send out addendums. It'll send notices out when we have commodities that are out there that we've put in there or any other agencies put online. So we really encourage you to use that. We can't call you every time we make a change. We really encourage you to log in and do that. Correct pricing sheet, you know, real simple. On the online system, this kind of is outdated because we put that in for you. As long as you don't modify that, it takes care of the quantity and unit of measure. But there again, if the unit of measure is something like a lumber's board foot, and somebody here that was inexperienced put each on there, that question would come up: how are you buying it, by board foot? Or are you buying it by, how are you doing that? So those questions are very, very important for you to help us in those areas. Bonding requirements, that's a big one for public agencies and private agencies, quite frankly. Bonding, as you know, is a form of insurance. Public agencies require that in a number of different areas. Dallas County and my team, we've removed a lot of the bonding requirements again, because bonding, in my experience, although it's important, it's really only important in areas that are really catastrophic failures would occur and cause us to really have significant harm. So although it's an insurance, it costs us money as taxpayers. And I don't like to overlay bonding requirements, not only for the vendors and the agency, because it increases our cost. And we do it in construction because we have to. We've taken it off of your services type contracts, but most public agencies still require bonding on services, because and that's just something that's the cost of doing business. And we don't like to limit our participation on folks like that. So be careful on your insurance and bonding. They're required. Insurance is required. You have a business, you have insurance. We don't have any overly burdensome insurance requirements. We look at those as well. But if we do have a requirement and you feel it doesn't meet that that intent or spirit of that solicitation, feel free to tell us. I mean, we had an example of somebody requiring automobile insurance and they weren't even on site. So they said, we don't have that and we don't need it. And they're right. So we took that requirement out as an example. We do listen to you. We just need to know that, you know, somebody took a boilerplate, they put it out there and we didn't know, and we move forward. So complete, mail everything on time, of course. And more importantly, make sure you're competitive. If you're not competitive in this market, obviously, we have a debriefing opportunity. We'll be happy to show you the results of the solicitation. Be happy to show you where you came in. If it's evaluated by criterion, we'd like to show you, because if you think you're the best qualified in that area and the evaluation team and pricing says otherwise, you need to know that, because you need to make an adjustment in those areas. What I've seen in a lot of debriefs is they'll come in very the vendor will come in very irritated with my team, and then I will not show them the other proposal, but I'll just show the difference between a handwritten presentation and the actual professional presentation from the beginning. Is something that everything in the public sector, you're presenting to people just like we are, right? They're experts in their areas, but they see 15 to 20 of these proposals, and everything from the presentation to how you submit your information to your information submitted needs to be very, very clear and concise. And you may be the best, but if you don't convey that to us in writing or in your presentation, then we give you feedback in those areas. Okay. This is just a high level forecast of some projects that are coming up, and I don't want to bore you with it because it's on our website. But as you can see, it could be a little bit of everything, right? Since we have a jail, we have the liquid injector systems, which is basically the big washing machines that clean all the inmates' clothes, down to HVAC filters at the bottom. We're always, unarmed security guards. You know anybody in the security guard business? Obviously, that's a big expenditure there, and security guards. I'm just not going to bore you on that, but we do a little bit of everything in the organization. Let me pass on real quick on the capital program, the capital improvement program. We have a few big projects. Riverfront, $65 million is really small there. $65 million renovation there. We have a couple of wildlife park, it's $35 million in different parts of the area. So we have a lot of capital improvement that's going on inside Dallas County on the map there. So we're really proud of that, and we're very excited about the opportunity to do that. Downtown, the Records Building is a $250 million renovations that we're completing. We're supposed to move back in that building here the next few months. But Dallas County, although we're not super large in spending on goods and services, we're doing a lot of renovations and new government centers to serve the citizens we have. This is Lasagna's slide. I'll jump in there. This is from a small business initiative. Obviously, we're committed to increasing our business with small businesses. We have a goal. We have a program here the Commissioners Court has approved. We don't have a director at this point. They're looking to hire a new small business initiative director, enterprise director. But at the end of the day, we're committed to small businesses and opportunities. We unbundle our contracts where we can, which is a fancy way of saying breaking them down where it makes sense, not to make it just easy administratively from our standpoint, but actually makes sense from a bite-sized area from small businesses. So as you're looking at our contracts, just know that we are trying to increase our subcontractors, and we're trying to make the contracts manageable from that standpoint. So a couple of requirements if you want to do business and be counted as a small business. We only recognize 3 certification agencies that are largest here in the region. It's Margo Posey and the Dallas-Fort Worth Minority Supplier Development Council, NTCRCA, and the Women's Business Council Southwest. The county pays North Central Texas Regional Certification Agency because they're the largest in the public agency from the MWBE standpoint, but we recognize all 3 of these. And then the other caveat is we have to have a local presence in what we call our MSA, or Metropolitan Statistical, I can't say that very well, area, which is Dallas, Tarrant, Denton, and Collin County. We'll count you if you're in another area, but to meet the goal, it has to be inside these areas here. So I wanted to make sure I mentioned that. We have more information on our website. We are committed to small businesses, minority-owned businesses, and we're going to continue to unbundle these contracts where it makes sense. We're going to listen to the vendors and our citizens on what we should be doing, and we just want to make sure that we're open for business here in Dallas County. So I've said a lot in a short period of time, so I will pause. I don't know if we're doing questions now, Dagmar, or how we're doing that.
Yes, and as we're going just a little bit over, and I know some folks had some back-to-back, what I would like to recommend is that everyone, please, unless there's noise in your background, unmute. If you have a question directly, for Michael or his team, please feel free to speak it. Michael, this was so very informative and clear, easy to understand. And I just really want to thank you. I want to thank Dallas County. So you all, please feel free to unmute yourself. I'm not sure if Vice Chairwoman Whitlock is still with us. If she is, Vice Chairwoman, please, I'd like to give the floor to you as well.
Sure, thank you, thank you. Excellent presentation. Definitely was taking some great notes there. Looking forward to seeing how we can partner, and definitely want to encourage everyone to download the chat. Don't forget to do that. And just a great presentation, and thank you so much for doing that for us today. Hope everyone found it of value.
Thank you all. Yes, Vice Chairwoman, and thank you for everything that you do for our Small Business Services Committee. Join us on the 18th of August. You may go back to gallery view if you wish. Join us on the 18th of August for our member orientations. If you are not yet a chamber member, you can still join us because you get to learn how to really engage with our business community and the benefits of being a chamber member. Again, I really would like to thank Dallas County. Our partnership is so extremely valuable to us, and we appreciate it more than you can imagine. We also have something very special coming up with Dallas County, and that is on the 26th of August. It is the 2021 State of Dallas County, presented by AT&T. We have been producing this program for our county commissioner together with other cities in Dallas County for many years now, and we're really excited. Dale Henson is going to be interviewing and moderating and speaking with our county commissioner, Judge Jenkins. We're excited about that because if you haven't experienced Dale as a moderator, he is quite fun and wonderful. He is a very special person, as you know. We have a ribbon cutting with Geico Irving, with Match Point Insurance, and we will have a virtual 5-star business mixer. Another program on the same day, not at the same time, of State of Dallas County Executive Communication Skills for the 21st Century. And our coffee break at the beginning of September will be presenting employment law updates for small businesses, part 1. If anyone here has any comment that they'd wish to make for the good of the group, I will just say I hope that this was good for you all. Please download that chat and continue the conversation. And I'll open the floor to anyone.
Yes, Dagmar, this is Linus. For everyone, I put the Small Business Enterprise website link in the chat. If you would like for Lasagna or I to like do a one-on-one in a small group format, and typically we'll do like 2 to 3 businesses in a team setting on SBE requirements and how that works as it relates to scoring. We'll be more than happy to go through that with you, in like mini sessions. So definitely click on that link. Both of our contact information is also in the chat. And we just look forward to working with you all. This is a great group. And, I applaud your leadership, Dagmar. This was wonderful. It was everything that you hyped it up to be. So I like this.
That's good to know. Feedback is the most important thing in the world, and it makes us better. We would not be anything of what we are if it weren't for our member investors, for our stakeholders, for all of our partners, most certainly our municipalities who are just amazing partners with our Chamber of Commerce. We're very honored for all of that, and we're looking forward to doing more. Kitty, we will probably pull this chat on our own as well, due to the fact that some folks, had to jump off. We're going to go ahead and pull the chat, and for those folks who had to jump off, we're going to send that information further on to them as well. Quite valuable. Well, if no one else has anything to add,
But Dagmar, this is Lasagna. I know some people had to jump off, but if they have any additional questions, just send that information over to us and we'll make sure that we respond and send it to you so you can distribute it accordingly.
Of course, and we will include you in some additional contacts that we're making for the attendees here as well. Thank you all so very much. Mark?
Anyone out there who doesn't know chamber ambassadors like Deb and myself, if you have questions about how to maximize what you get out of the chamber from a business perspective, feel free to reach out to me or Deborah or any of the other chamber ambassadors, and we'll be happy to spend some time talking with you about what you can do. I've been part of a lot of different chambers, and this is by far the best, and I'll be happy to show you how.
Thank you, Ambassador Baker. We love our ambassadors. Thank you, Kitty. Thank you so much for mentioning our chamber connections and that several of our ambassadors always join that and add value to the orientation as well. Thank you all very much. All right then. Make it a great day. All the very best. Whatever we can do for you, please let us know. Lots of resources here, and if we don't have one, we probably know where to find it, or we will search and ask our partners where to find it. We care a lot about our businesses, our small businesses, and we will do everything that we can to help you to thrive in any and every kind of situation. So once again, have a wonderful day. All the best. Go out and make some money. And let us know how we can support you. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Make it a 5-star day.